Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know a lot of Denver fans were really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They look to throw. It's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now this time Locke will throw. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. Past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Go home, boy. Brendan McMahon.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
49-yard line.
Running with McFarland. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Chris Boswell.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
Locke now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He may try and run for this. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
And the Broncos.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
14-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They get this out left. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 7. Brendan McManus to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I think it'll be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Well, big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you know.
And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 63 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
29 yards.
They got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Roethlisberger will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's up. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all you needed to do.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
3-yard pickup.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of
a Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. H3, 218. Chop it, chop it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
He was brought
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
On for the point after.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They look to throw. It's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Johnson on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Their own 23.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Drew Lock, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Broncos 45, Steelers 23.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And now here comes their final timeout.
Complete
as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Play action. Now it's Locke. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.